Did you know that 70% of employees say they would work harder if they felt more appreciated? That's a huge number, right? It shows how much motivation can shift just by how leaders engage with their teams. Yet, surprisingly, many leaders still miss the mark when it comes to truly motivating their people. In this video, we're diving into 6 powerful ways great leaders inspire their teams to go above and beyond. You'll learn how the best leaders don't just give orders, they create an environment that drives passion, trust, and productivity. From the surprising power of a clear purpose to the importance of real-time feedback, these strategies will change the way you think about leadership. Stick around to discover how you can unlock the full potential of your team with simple, yet game-changing, leadership techniques. Trust me, you'll want to hear these. Chapter 1. The Power of Purpose. Inspiring vision beyond the day-to-day. One of the most powerful ways great leaders motivate their teams is by connecting their work to a greater purpose. Research shows that employees who understand the why behind their tasks are 3.5 times more likely to be engaged at work. When leaders clearly communicate the larger vision, team members feel that they're part of something bigger than themselves. Simon Sinek, author of Start With Why, argues that purpose-driven companies are more successful because their teams are motivated by a shared belief. Leaders should take time to align the team's day-to-day tasks with long-term goals, ensuring everyone knows how their work impacts the bigger picture. This sense of purpose fuels a deeper connection to the work, creating an atmosphere of trust and commitment. Studies show that employees who find purpose in their job are 50% more productive. A great leader makes their vision clear, inspiring their team to push beyond ordinary expectations. Remember, when the purpose is strong, the motivation follows. Team members don't just feel like employees, they feel like contributors to something meaningful. The more they align their values with the organization's mission, the stronger the bond becomes. Ultimately, inspiring a team with purpose builds a culture of sustained motivation, not just temporary enthusiasm. Chapter 2. From micromanager to mentor. Empowering through trust. Micromanagement can kill motivation. In fact, 79% of employees report that micromanagement decreases their productivity and job satisfaction. Great leaders know that trust is the foundation of a motivated team. They move from a mindset of control to one of empowerment. Instead of managing every small detail, they delegate tasks with confidence and trust their team to handle the execution. Leaders who mentor rather than micromanage focus on guiding and coaching their employees. According to a study by Gallup, employees who feel trusted by their leaders are 12 times more likely to be highly engaged. This kind of trust creates a two-way relationship where feedback flows freely, and both the leader and the team feel heard. When leaders give autonomy, they show that they value their team's expertise, which boosts confidence and motivation. The best leaders don't just assign work, they show how each task contributes to growth and development. When people are trusted, they're more likely to take initiative and show responsibility. In a culture of trust, motivation thrives because everyone feels they have the freedom to innovate and solve problems independently. Chapter 3. Recognition that resonates. How leaders celebrate with impact. Recognition is one of the most effective tools leaders have for motivating their teams. A recent study found that 65% of employees would work harder if they were better recognized. But the key to motivating through recognition isn't just handing out awards, it's about making the recognition personal and meaningful. Great leaders don't wait for annual reviews to give praise, they do it in real time. A simple, "thank you," can have an outsized impact, especially when it's specific. According to a report by Gallup, employees who receive regular praise are 5 times more likely to be engaged. Leaders should recognize not just the outcomes, but also the effort and the process. The most motivating recognition comes when it aligns with a team member's values. If a person values creativity, acknowledge their innovative ideas. If they thrive on problem solving, recognize their ability to overcome challenges. Public recognition also plays a key role in motivating teams. It not only makes the individual feel valued but also sets an example for others. According to research from the University of Warwick, recognition can boost happiness and productivity by up to 12%. When done right, Recognition becomes a powerful tool to build momentum and strengthen relationships within the team. If you're finding these strategies helpful, make sure to subscribe for more leadership tips and ways to motivate your team. Chapter 4. Fail Forward. Creating a culture of fearless innovation. Innovation often involves risk, and great leaders know how to motivate their teams to embrace failure as a stepping stone, not a setback. Studies have shown that 80% of employees fear failure, but the most successful leaders create a safe environment where it's okay to fail. When leaders model resilience in the face of failure, they show their teams that mistakes are part of the journey. A key to motivating teams through failure is reframing it as a learning opportunity. As the famous entrepreneur Richard Branson once said, "Business opportunities are like buses, there's always another one coming." The most successful companies, like Google and Apple, have built their cultures around taking calculated risks. A key data point from a study by Harvard Business Review shows that 65% of employees say that when their company encourages risk-taking, they are more likely to try new things. Leaders can motivate their teams by sharing their own failures and how they've learned from them. This creates an atmosphere where innovation is celebrated and failure is seen as a valuable part of the creative process. When leaders encourage risk-taking, they unlock their team's potential for breakthrough ideas and solutions. Embracing failure ultimately leads to faster growth and deeper motivation. Chapter 5. Energy Infusion. The hidden power of enthusiasm and presence. The energy of a leader is contagious. Studies show that a leader's mood can influence the entire team's productivity and engagement levels. When leaders show enthusiasm and excitement, it's like a spark that ignites the team's passion. In fact, research from the University of California found that employees are more motivated when they work with enthusiastic leaders who bring energy into the workplace. The key is authenticity. Employees can tell when leaders are genuinely excited about their work. Enthusiastic leaders inspire their teams to adopt a positive mindset, which increases motivation. Leaders who exhibit energy also set the tone for the workplace atmosphere. According to a study from Gallup, teams with energetic leaders are 50% more likely to be highly engaged and motivated. It's not just about being energetic, it's about being present. When leaders give their full attention to their teams, it signals respect and importance. Whether it's through body language, tone, or eye contact, showing up with positive energy creates a motivating environment. Leaders who bring this kind of energy make the workplace feel like a place where passion and creativity can thrive. Chapter 6. The Feedback Loop. Mastering communication for maximum motivation. Feedback is crucial for motivation, but it's not just about telling someone what they did wrong. Great leaders understand that effective feedback is specific, timely, and constructive. A study by Zenger and Folkman found that employees who receive frequent, useful feedback are 3 times more engaged than those who don't. Leaders who master the feedback loop encourage a culture where growth is constant. This kind of feedback doesn't just focus on results, it focuses on the process and how to improve for the future. Constructive feedback should always be paired with encouragement, creating a balance between recognition and areas for improvement. Great leaders also ensure that feedback is a two-way conversation. Employees who feel heard are more likely to be motivated and engaged in their work. Leaders who ask for input from their teams also make the team feel valued and respected. Regular feedback helps people see where they're excelling and where they can grow, which leads to a more motivated and focused team. When feedback becomes a habit, it creates a culture of continuous improvement, keeping motivation high across the board. Leaders who are skilled in giving timely, actionable feedback are able to boost motivation and drive performance. If you want to keep learning more leadership strategies, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.